Hey warrior, welcome back. If you've ever felt called to do something meaningful but stopped yourself because you didn't feel qualified enough, I want you to stay with me today. This conversation is especially for you, the woman who has lived through things, figured things out the hard way, and still doubts whether she's allowed to help someone else. And let me say this clearly right from the start. Feeling unqualified does not mean you're unprepared. Most of the time, it means you care. Today, we're talking about why you already are qualified, why imposter syndrome shows up right before expansion, and how healing self-worth is actually the first step to sustainable income. This here is inner work and outer work, and we need both. Let's start here because this is where most women get stuck. You've been conditioned to believe that expertise must be external. From a young age, we're taught that authority comes from certificates, titles, or someone else saying, yes, you may now speak. But lived experience doesn't come with a diploma, and that doesn't make it less valuable. If you've navigated burnout, survival mode, starting over, single parenting, grief, financial stress, or rebuilding your life, that wisdom was earned. You didn't download it, you lived it. Imposter syndrome often shows up when alignment does. Here's something most people don't tell you. Imposter syndrome doesn't mean you're not meant to do the work. It often shows up when you are, because stepping into service requires visibility, and visibility triggers fear. You keep thinking, once I feel confident, then I'll start. But confidence usually comes after action, not before it. You're comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. You don't see their early doubts. You don't see their first messy offer, and you don't see how unsure they were at the start. Comparison doesn't mean you're behind, it means you're human. Let's reframe qualification in a way that actually serves you. Clarity beats credentials. People don't hire the person with the most letters after their name. They hire the person who understands their problem, speaks their language, can guide them one step forward. If you can help someone move from confusion to clarity, you're already offering value. Proximity matters more than perfection. Clients don't want someone who's untouchable. They want someone who remembers what it felt like to be where they are. Your closeness to the struggle is actually an asset, not a liability. Service doesn't require mastery, it requires honesty. You don't need to know everything. You need to know enough to help the person in front of you. And when you don't know something, you say so and you learn. That builds trust, not doubt. This is where mindset and money intersect. Undercharging is often a worthiness issue. You don't struggle with effort, you struggle with receiving. You discount, you overdeliver, you hesitate to ask for payment, not because you're greedy, but because you doubt that you're allowed to be paid. Charging is not taking, it's sustaining. Money allows you to continue serving, avoid burnout, and show up consistently. If your work drains you financially, eventually it will drain you emotionally too. Charging isn't selfish, it's stewardship. Healing worthiness unlocks consistency. When you believe your work matters, you show up more confidently, you speak more clearly, and you stop disappearing when it's time to sell. Confidence doesn't come from hype, it comes from alignment. If this video spoke to you, I want you to know you're not alone in this, and you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. I've created a free resource called the Service-Based Side Hustle Starter Pack. to help you work through the mindset shifts we talked about today and start rebuilding clarity, confidence, and direction. You can get it by joining my Skool Community, the Empower Collective, and it's completely free. Come join us, grab the workbook, and continue the work in a space designed to support you. And before you go, leave a comment below and tell me what part of this video hit you the hardest. Your voice matters, your experience matters, and yes, you are already qualified.